What's up, y'all? Let me pause this. I was listening to. Doesn't matter what I was listening to. I am currently. Don't know if you guys can see this because I am recording on my phone, but I am clearing out my hard drive because I brought me an external hard drive, my first external hard drive, and if y'all been following for a while, y'all know. Where's my camera? Where's my baby? Like I said, I'm recording on my phone right now because I'm clearing out my darn, I keep saying so much, y'all. I'm clearing out my SD card, and y'all know I got my little baby I bought probably almost. I bought this in, was it April? No, yeah, I bought this in April. Wow, it's been like 6 months. Dang. Yeah, was it April? I can't remember when I bought this. I bought this not too long ago. No, it was not April. I bought this when I came back from Cali in April. So I bought this. Fuck. I'm having a brain fart. I had to go get some water and reset because it's probably why I couldn't think or figure out anything. But like I said, I bought an external hard drive and I am cleaning out my SD card. Y'all know I brought my camera before I went to Cali in August. So I bought this around June, July. I bought my Sony SV1F camera, and so it came with a SIMS card, and I don't know how much memory was on the SIMS card, but I think it was a lot. I think it's like 250 or something like that. But hold on. But yeah, I bought that, and I'm sitting here, and really I'm cleaning out folders. I'm cleaning out my MacBook, its hard drive on here, and then things from my SD card that I'm wanting to keep. I'm putting it on my external. It's a 1 terabyte. But I said I wasn't gonna be too long because I started crying as I was darn, I can't stop saying but I started crying just cleaning everything out, and it wasn't even necessarily just like the things that I was deleting. I started getting lonely, and if y'all watched MONKA Monday last week, I was telling you guys how I've been in no contact and just really dealing with the art of grieving old things and learning. Like now I feel like I'm in the art of learning how to really be alone and be by myself. And so I had a moment because I honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I broke no contact, and I started to beat myself up about it a little bit. But I don't know how to feel about it right now. I don't think I'm ready to kind of really go into that deep, but clearly I still feel lonely. Even though I broke no contact. But I was sitting here, and two things that came to me, and I feel like I'm rambling, but two things that came to me. And in the midst of me, I started feeling lonely. I was cleaning out my hard drive, like I said, and I ended up finding this journal because I make journals. So I'm post some links. Y'all can go catch my journals on Amazon. But I had found where I had started making this journal, and it was the journal entry was called Dear Marcella. And so I was like, what is this? Let me click in here. Do I want to delete this? So I clicked in it, and I seen where I didn't finish it. So I end up going to I did not make this journal, but this is one of the journals. I have tons of journals that I buy, and I just love journals, but I did not make this journal. I think I got this journal at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, doesn't matter where I got it. But I went back to the journal entry in here, and I started reading it. And I'm not going to share it now because I think I'm actually going to put it in one of my journals. And so I just started boohoo crying because I was really talking to my future self and encouraging myself. And what I was reading is what I felt now. And so I just kind of just started, I lost it. I kind of lost it because when when you're really learning how to sit with yourself and be with yourself, and I know sometimes people be like, well, didn't you do that when you were in therapy? And you I did, but I didn't, because in the midst of therapy I still had my therapist. And I know that sounds so crazy, but like I had someone there. And so like right now where I'm at, I honestly, yeah, I have my, my best friend, I have my brother, um, and you guys, of course, and my camera and things I vlog with. But when you're really sitting by yourself, like, I don't think people understand dealing with your own thoughts, mastering that it's really hard. It is really hard, especially if you've been a person that has tried to take, your life, that deals with anxiety, that deals with depression, that deals with a multitude of just mental things, or just dealing with things on a daily basis. Like, learning how to sit with your own emotions, learning how to cry by yourself, learning how to be angry by yourself, learning how to be happy by yourself, just learning the art of being alone. It's not as easy as people get on the internet and be like, yeah, girl, self-care Sunday, or self-care Tuesday, whatever. It's all cool when you up and on the up and up, but when those thoughts hit, like, being able to sit with your own thoughts is something that I think everyone needs to learn how to master. And y'all, that's just where I'm at. Like I said last week, like, when I say no hoes, like, no male attention, nobody to text, nobody to vent to, like, and I'm used to that. I'm used to having somebody here. I'm used to, like, I want to hold them. I'm used to all of that. And so I was having a moment, just cleaning out everything, and I kind of just broke down. And I broke down because I started thinking I'll never get it again. And that's one thing that I like to say, the enemy is the church girl in me. It's, the devil, whatever we want to call it. And I'm going to call it ourselves, because it's always us versus us, me versus me type shit. And that's really what you have to master, is your own thoughts of talking to yourself. And so I started to get upset. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed. And I started crying, and I was just like, I'm never gonna get that. Like, I'm out here wanting something, and people ain't even on that no more. Like, nobody's gonna wanna do the things that I'm asking for. I'm asking for too much. And I found myself really battling with my own thoughts until I started cleaning out my hard drive, and I found that journal entry, and I started reading it, and it started encouraging me to think the opposite. And that's not even what I was going to get on here and say, but I want to say that to y'all. Like, when you're in those moments of, like, what you're wanting for yourself, and you feel yourself slipping into negative thoughts and thinking that it's never going to happen for you. And I know I'm talking relationship, but it can be anything. Hell, for me, it's relationship. It's where I want my career to go, because I feel like I'm in this place of now, like, what do I want to do with my life? Like, I know I want to be a videographer. I know I want to, be an artist, and I barely paint, but I paint. Like, I know I want to be all these things, but, like, God, what the fuck? Like, what the entire fuck? And so I was really going back and forth with my mind. And one thing my mom used to say, like, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And a lot of times that is definitely true. When you're too idle, like, they say, well, you sit on a thought too long, and you'll just start spiraling. And a lot of times that's what happens to a lot of us when we don't master the art of being alone. Learning how to encourage yourself, like, learning how to speak life into yourself. And so as I was sitting here, I started to really have to encourage myself, and, like, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. Nah, who do we believe? Who do we trust? Like, what you're asking for, what you're wanting, it seems like it's a lot to you, But it's not a lot to who we serve. It's not a lot to what God's gonna give us. It's not a lot. And so I had to really cry. I had my crying session, and that's been my biggest thing too. It's like, y'all, I've gotten to this place to where, like, I wouldn't want to cry in front of people because there was a time where I was dealing with a certain person, and the drop of the hat, like, oh my God, you don't know how to control your emotions, and it was just all this rah rah rah, and it's like, no, like, I really will cry, and it's okay to cry. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. It's okay to cry. It's okay to really deal with your emotions. And so I was sitting here and I was like, maybe because I haven't learned how to master them alone. And right now I am in that class of mastering this shit alone. And I think this is an important thing to know, because now I feel like I'm getting downloads and downloads and downloads. Like, we talk about singleness, and I remember in therapy, like, we would talk about how singleness is important in a relationship and outside of a relationship. Like, don't lose your singleness. Like, don't lose who you are as a person, because we will get in these relationships, we'll get in friendships, and I'm gonna use the word relationship for, I don't know the difference from like platonic and all that type of stuff, but like, we'll get in all these different situations, and we'll sometimes adapt to other people, or we'll get codependent on certain people, and we will definitely lose our singleness and lose us. And I know that was one thing that I struggled with a lot, was I would lose who I was when I would get with someone, or I would be so used to their company, or if they were gone, I wouldn't know what to do. And like 2 years ago, when I was actually in a actual relationship, like, it was you my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, it was stamped on a relationship. I remember when we broke up, like, I said, fuck everything. Like, I spent an entire year and didn't do anything. I didn't do no art. Like, I didn't do no vlogging. I didn't do anything. And I think it was because I was so dependent on them, and I didn't know who I was. Like, my identity, there it is, God. My identity was fucking stripped. And so I set out that to say, like, learning to be single, learning not to have sex, learning how to be by yourself and just love who you are. That shit is not fucking easy. I don't care what the fucking internet, the world tries to make it. I am here to tell you that shit it's hard. And I will say that because I know this time, like, I don't have a therapist. I got myself. I got God. I got journaling. This is why I make journals, because, and I have prayer, and I have worship. And those things have honestly been the things that have been getting me through, because, and I'm not going to say I don't have my mom, because I do have my mom, but I have a different version of my mom than what I had 6 months ago, what I had a year ago, so, and if you're new to my channel, you've been following me, like, my mama was my therapist before I actually had a therapist. Like, my mama was the only person that I would talk to about certain things. And so, I said I wasn't gonna cry, but I've really been adjusting to a new norm in my life really since April. And it's low-key been hard. It's really been hard. And my mom, by the grace of God, is still here with me. I'm still able to talk to her. But that advice, I'm so used to getting that, like, those full conversations, those full sentences. Like, now I'm really having to depend on myself. And that shit low-key been hard. It's really been hard. And to now be to where I am, to where I'm really kind of like by myself. God has really been doing a work within me, and it's just showing me, like I said last week, a lot about me. It's just showing me a lot about how it's important to really have your own identity and know who you are, because when you do get that relationship that your heart is desiring, and I'm gonna say to you, like I've been saying to me, nothing is wrong with wanting love. And I know we live in this generation where wanting love is like, what the fuck, you need to just focus on yourself. Yes, you do need to focus on yourself. So when you do get that person, you don't lose yourself. That it's really like two worlds coming in one. It's an addition, like it's a plus to your life. And if they do leave, you're still that plus, like you're still you. And so I've just been at this place of now just trying to tell God, like, I'm thankful for what you're gonna send me. Like, I have this big thing coming up in, I'm recording on my phone, I think it's in 26, 27 days. And I'm scared, but I'm excited. And I don't know what God's gonna do. I've shared it with a couple of people. I don't know what God's gonna do. I have no idea. And I was talking to my best friend, and I was like, bro, that is like the most scariest thing, is like not knowing. But my best friend, she was like, but that's always good. Like sometimes God doesn't want us to know. Like he doesn't want us to know. He doesn't need us to know everything, because then will we really trust him? Like if God really told you everything, would you really like be able to trust him? And so that's just y'all really kind of where I've been. But I was cleaning out my hard drive, going back to that. I was cleaning out my hard drive, and I just want to say to clean out your spaces. And God really has a way of speaking to me in like the littlest things. Like sometimes it's time to clear out that old memory. Sometimes it's time to sort out things, get things in order, store this here, clear this here, remove this. Like that is the time. And with us being in fall, like sometimes it's time for things to fall. It's time for things to organize. It's a new season. Like we're literally getting into a new season. Thank you, Holy Ghost. It's a new season, and I think we get afraid of new seasons because we know we have to shift and we have to change. And sometimes we take new seasons as like bad, when we have to you really have to be strong enough to talk to yourself and tell yourself, no, this is a new season. All of this is happening because God is prepping me for what you've been praying for, what you've been writing about. Like, I gotta clear up space. We gotta get more space. Like, I was really just working off of going back to tech. I was really working off of a 250 gig memory card, and God was like, no, this is how I know God talks to me. No, bitch. Let's go get some more space. It's time to create more space for what I'm about to do with you, what I'm about to pour into you. Like, you know, I need you to really step into this ball game of what you want to do. Yeah, that shit hurts right now, pimp. It hurts being alone. It hurts being by yourself. But I'm telling you, like, what I'm about to do with you, like, eyes, and I have not seen, like, I have not seen what God is about to do. You have not seen what God is about to do with you. So, like, I just want to share that with y'all. And I really hate getting on the internet and crying, but fuck that, fuck y'all. Not fuck y'all, but like, fuck when people be like, you can't just get on here and cry. But eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Like, what, I don't even know the rest of the scripture because a bitch is just flowing right now. But like, God is really about to do everything that he said he was going to do. And I feel that so much in my soul when I start moving in what he called me to do. And so I just want to share that with y'all. I really am giddy to like get this memory card cleared, because I love recording on my phone, because we always love where we started. But I love my camera so much. Like, I love her. I ain't even named her, but I love her. But let me get off of this internet and get this shit done. But I just wanted to tell y'all that hold on. What Drake say? Just hold on, we going home. Just hold on. We about to get to where we about to get. Fuck is you talking about? Like, we're about to get where God wanted us to be. And the shit is lonely. It's a lonely road. But he is right there with us. When I am reminded, thank you, God, for the nature that you created me to be. I am reminded of the things that I used to sing in church. When I used to sing, like, God is my peace. God is my protector. God is really everything you need him to be. Literally. And I can't think of a better word than literally. They say when you lose, literally, you got a small ass vocabulary. A bitch does, but a bitch been working on that. But God is literally everything you want him to be. Okay? So, if you are suffering with just learning how to adapt to the next level, if you are suffering with learning how to just get through this shit wherever you are, it may not be as bad as what you think it may be. Like, you gonna get through that shit. Like, we gonna be alright. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, fuck is you talking about? We gonna be okay. We gonna be okay. I had to give myself that pep talk, and I want to give y'all that pep talk because we on this journey together of getting to where we want to be. So, okay, I love y'all. I'm gonna finish this, and I'll talk to y'all later.